So I sold my joiner last year. Why? I don't want to get into that right now. I'm stupid. I've been trying to find some alternative ways to flatten my boards before I run them through the planer. I tried hand planes where I would just flatten one side of the board and then flip it over and run the other side through the planer. That works, and it was a lot of fun for a while when I first tried it, and then it started to suck. So I went back to my older way of doing it, which was just using one of these melamine sleds that you use shims and hot glue on, and you do the same thing. You flatten one side, you flip it over, and you run it through the planer again. It works, but the hot glue part of it sucks too. It's messy, it's hard to get the boards off the sled once the glue's holding it on. I found a better way, let me show you. So this stuff is called museum putty. I was actually looking for Play-Doh on Amazon because I thought maybe I could figure out a way to make that work. But this is made specifically for sticking things down, like if you live in earthquake-prone areas and you have fragile items that don't want them to fall over and get broken. That's what this is for. You would put it on the bottom and just stick it. So what I tried doing with this is I would put the shims under the board, and then to secure the board to the sled, instead of hot glue, I would just take a little bit of this and I would just shove it right where the board meets the sled. It's pretty tacky, but it doesn't stick so much that you can't get it off later. But it's plenty firm that it takes the wiggle out of the board. Just make sure you've got all your shims in place first, because it's not going to prevent the board from wiggling without the shims. I tried, so that's how I know. I like to put a piece on the end too, kind of a bigger piece, just to make sure the board doesn't shift this way. So I'll finish doing this and we'll send this through the planer. So the name of the game here is just really light passes, maybe a 32nd or 64th of an inch on each pass, just taking off the high spots, and just take your time until you get this face of the board nice and flat. So I did have a couple of shims wiggle loose. I don't know if I may have bumped the board, or maybe the board moved, like twisted a little bit because of internal stresses being released. I don't know. I'm not going to bullshit you and try to give you a fake answer. I'm just going to put the shims back and hope it doesn't happen again. All right, let's try this again. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this well, if at all, but I put my straight edge on it and I have no light coming through all the way along the straight edge. I also can't twist it side to side without force. So straight there, straight diagonally. And I checked for twists with the winding sticks and there's no twist. This is now flat enough to flip over and plane to thickness. And here's my favorite part of this. The putty just comes right off. Super easy. And then when you're done with it, you just mush it together and roll it all back up into a ball. It doesn't get hard and you can just use it next time. So I think that worked out really well, except for the one shim popping loose. I think I just didn't friction fit it in there enough. These are called handy shims. I'll put a link in the description if you're looking to get some. I think I got these on Amazon a long time ago. Hope that helps. We'll see you next time.